हेलो हेलो, आवाज़ आ रहा है माइक का? अरे माइक का तुम्हें लेना है या मेरे? हेलो बोलो क्या? हेलो अनित भाई। हाँ ठीक।
Good morning and welcome to the task presentation. It's the 15th of February, 25th of February 2026 and we're here at the Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai for the T20 tournament. It's match number 9, Bank of Baroda versus Income Tax. I have alongside me both the captains, Akash Anand from Bank of Baroda and Rahul Taraja from Income Tax. Also our honourable match referee, Mr. Ajit Gopal Krishnan. Akash, you've got the coin? This is the call. Tails it is. Tails is the call and tails it is. So congratulations Rahul. टॉस जीत गए हैं आप और एक बार फिर क्या करना चाहेंगे?
बॉलिंग करनी चाहिए।
पिछले मैच में भी बॉलिंग करके काफ़ी सक्सेसफुल हुए थे। प्लेइंग 11 में कुछ चेंजेस हैं?
एक
ओके, थैंक यू, ऑल द बेस्ट। Akash, good luck today. You'll be batting first. What are your plans? I mean, कल जो बीत गया वो बीत गया, उसके बारे में ज़्यादा बात नहीं करेंगे. But आज की strategy क्या है? Any changes to your 11? All right, thank you and all the best. So that's the news from the middle. Akash Anand from Bank of Baroda will be batting first as Rahul Tewatia from Income Taxes won the toss and chose it to bowl first. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be bringing you the first ball in a few minutes.
Good morning everyone and welcome you all from the DY Patil Stadium, Navi Mumbai, 20th edition of this DY Patil T20 Cup, and the match that we are going to witness on this bright sunny day, the day 3, as we are now progressing to some interesting games and what a entertaining days we've had the last 2 days, and now the first match of today of day 3 here at the DY Patil Stadium is going to be between Income Tax and Bank of Baroda. Income Tax has won the toss and they have decided to field first, and Bank of Baroda will be batting first. A great game for Income Tax in the first match that they come out here after winning the first game. For Bank of Baroda, the account is yet to be opened on the points table. They've had a tough one in the previous game, but I'm sure there will be a lot of learnings, a lot of discussions after that first loss, and they will be looking forward here for a great game today against Income Tax. Meanwhile, as you can see, the fielders, the entire team of Income Tax taking the charge, and here are the batters as well for Bank of Baroda. Rohan Kadam and we'll see now how this opening pair does. The opening pair right now walks in with a lot of those discussions that might have happened in the huddle just before the start of the game. And let's look at how it is going to progress in the power play overs. Umpires are ready, players are ready, and in a couple of minutes it will be the ball one that will be being pitched on this 22 yards. But what amazing matches that we have witnessed. If I have to talk about yesterday, we've seen Indian Navy and Canara Bank, and then it was the Tata Sports Club and DY Patil Red, both exciting games. Indian Navy winning the first game yesterday, and then now the second game when it happened yesterday, it was DY Patil Red. But interesting games. One was a high scoring game, the first one. Second even was a good high scoring game, but the way it progressed in the first innings, I think DY Patil Red was still short of those 20-30 runs, but they did well with the ball, and the players stepping up to the occasion. But now a new day, a bright day. Gautam and Rohan Kadam, who's come out in the center with Saurabh Dubey at the bowling end for Income Tax. The first game, bright sunny day. Welcome once again to all of you to the DY Patil T20 Cup, the 20th year, the oldest, I think, T20 matches that begun. And if you have to see the history, we have to go 20 years back when it happened for the first time. And it was the time when T20 format had just picked up the momentum, because if you go 20 years back, then 2006 would be the year that we all remember. And how can you forget 2007, because that is where the first T20 ICC Men's World Cup came to India under the leadership, under the captaincy of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. But we all now go back to this game between Income Tax and Bank of Baroda. Saurabh Dubey will start from the bowling end, and it will be Gautam who will be on strike, with Rohan Kadam on the non-strikers end. First ball, here we go. Lovely start with one slip already there. And a good bounce also early that we've seen Didn't try to bounce it too much, but it came at a good height. The batsman wanted to cut that one towards the squarer region. And it's also, you know, kind of a check that the batsman did, that what is the bounce, how is the bounce. He just tried to move the bat towards the offside, but nothing till now. Oh, look at that. Now this is where the left-hand bowler can be dangerous. Just pitched outside the off stump, tempting the batsman to go for that ball, and then a little movement, moving away from the batsman, straight landing in the hands of the keeper. And that is why that first slip is very important, because it's a close chance where you can get an edge and the ball can either go to the wicket keeper or the first slip. Rahul Tewatia was at the toss today, and there you can see him on the screen as well. Another fabulous player. Today in the role of a captain, Rahul Tewatia. Now this is where those dot balls are going to be hovering over the mind of Rohan Kadam. See, because it's a power play over the first over and you want to open your team's account with at least a run, and that's why that shuffle inside the crease that happened. But Saurabh Dubey again very smart to keep that ball away from Rohan. This one just comes very closer to the body, very closer to the pads, but there is a man placed at the deep square leg region. So first runs for Bank of Baroda, and a good start by Saurabh Dubey. But again, both these batsmen will be looking for their big shots. You can't keep them silent for a long time. It's a T20 game, it's a power play overs. So you will see the hammering coming very soon. Meanwhile, the last ball of the first over, till now Saurabh Dubey very good with his line. Oh! You could almost see two stumps while he was shuffling, almost went outside that off stump, and the ball just inches away from that bails to be dislodged, just inches away. What a lovely over this has been, only one run of it. Let's look at the replay, because it's a very interesting replay. The batsman is probably already in the mind that I have to shuffle. Look at that, you can see the middle stump and the leg stump very clearly. Oh God, this could be some luck for the batsman, because I can understand if you're going for a scoop shot, you're not even going for a scoop shot to shuffle that much. You're wanting to flick that ball onto the leg side. Wonderful start by Saurabh Dubey. Pankaj Jaiswal, the ace pace man. Good pace he generates in his spells, and we've seen that, loves to go for early Yorkers. But what will be the game plan today with Pankaj? Swing and a miss. The very first ball, Venkatesh Iyer at the first slip. Anuj Rawat behind the stumps, wicket keeper, collecting that ball at ease, and he's been busy from morning. This one's straight towards the backward point. can see Anuj Rawat there, Venkatesh Iyer. I think Yuzvendra Chahal is missing today, who was the man of the match for the first game, the inaugural game of, in fact on the very first day they played the first game here at the D.Y. Patil Stadium, and with a wonderful spell and almost missing the fifer, Yuzvendra Chahal was the man of the match. And I still remember that day the spinners were on the top. The spinners did a great job in the first game for income tax. But today Rahul Tewatia is starting the innings with the pacers. Even in the first match it happened the same way, but early spin was introduced. Today what will be the game plan? Onto the leg side this time, should be in the gap, and that will race away for a boundary. So two good shots at this moment, and the first boundary comes from Rohan Kadam in this innings. Not a great delivery. And he just swings it away for 4 runs. This one's in the air. Rahul is way away from the ball, and he can only be a spectator as one more boundary comes in from Rohan. Straight down the ground in front of the bat, and the swing that makes it even more good looking shot. So 2 boundaries back to back after that tight over by Saurabh Dubey. Pankaj Jaiswal going in for runs. This is much better. This is much better line to end the over. And after the end of 2 overs, it is 11 runs on the scoreboard. So I think it is again going to be Dubeji, Saurabh, who started pretty well, but now this over, will he strike the chords for the team? Will he get a wicket, or even he'll go for runs? First ball, Mahipal Lomro, the fielder there. And only a single right now. Good thing for Gautam also to change the strike, because Rohan's got 2 boundaries in the previous over. So he hands over the responsibility to Rohan with that change of strike. This will be an interesting contest because Saurabh has bowled a very tight over. And now with Rohan swinging the bat, but he is living by the sword. This was interesting. If we can just have a look at it again. Saurabh Dubey very focused on the line that he is bowling, especially to Rohan also, the left-hander. He's keeping a little wide to that bat swing. This time in the air, but will that be good enough? It was away from the fielders, Rahul Tewatia and Mahipal Lomro going for that one. But the ball will fall in no man's land, and this is where the change of pace has worked pretty well for Saurabh Dubey. Even if it was bowled on the pads, it was not a great connection with the bat and ball. And I think it will be interesting to see how this over goes, because Saurabh in the, just the second over that is bowling, but even in the first over, he had those 2-3 close chances, especially the last ball of the first over. This time he wants to scoop it up. Again, didn't try to bounce it too much. They will still get a run here. Leg byes given by the umpire. Rupesh. And that is what I was saying, that, an interesting contest to watch, and he's very closer to, pick up that wicket, the first breakthrough for income tax. Another ball that will go to the boundary. Short of the length, picked up nicely. But the way that connection happened with the bat and ball, it didn't look like it will travel quite a distance. Look at that. It just went with the flow. Not a boundary, it's a sixer. It did travel quite a distance here. Last ball of this over. Another good connection. This time it comes from the meat of the bat, and a good catch also. That is what I was saying. Saurabh Dubey is very close to strike the chords here. A great connection. Looked like this will go over the top. But there was a man at mid-wicket just waiting to take that catch, and a very good catch on the boundary. Because he was close to that rope, balancing himself in the last moment. And a wicket to Saurabh Dubey. A 6 on the previous ball, but the last ball, it was wicket written for Saurabh Dubey. Bowls the similar line, and again Gautam is tempted to play that shot in the air. But later on that realization must have been sinking in, that a mid-wicket player was especially placed to get hold of it. Great start again for income tax. And most of the times, I mean, this is a fact that I want to mention. Most of the times you've seen, income tax playing at the D.Y. Patil University ground. And they won a lot of matches there in the D.Y. Patil University ground. I think probably this is after many years that all the games that they are playing, income tax, are playing at the D.Y. Patil Stadium. Probably most of the league games that used to go well for income tax at the D.Y. Patil University ground, and then for the knockouts they used to come back to the stadium. But this time they start from the stadium, and we'll have to see how far they are going to reach in this tournament. Many an occasions they've even gone to the finals as well. The first ball of Pankaj Jaiswal again. Probably this is where now Pankaj will have to change his line and length a bit, because you can't be going for runs early in that power play overs. On one end Saurabh is bowling a tight line, and on the other end Pankaj will have to tighten the line and length that he's bowling right now, because these are easy pickings for Rohan Kadam. Akash Anand is the new man in. 25 runs for the loss of first wicket for Bank of Baroda. And it was an effort that was going on from a long time by Saurabh Dubey. Couple of instances, as I told you, initially in the first over that he bowled, and this time will Pankaj get a wicket here? The ball has gone very high, and Anuj Rawat picks a very easy catch. Wicket number 2, the danger man Rohan Kadam back in the dugout. Not a great connection. The ball takes the top edge of the bat, went very high in the air, and Anuj Rawat was waiting for it. A pair of safe hands and takes an easy catch. Anuj Rawat. Early blows for Bank of Baroda. That will raise the eyebrows now for Bank of Baroda, and they will need to have a plan in their mind. All the batters who are coming now, Jain. So Jay and Akash will have to now construct a smooth highway here for the run board to move in a good pace. The road is a little bumpy for Bank of Baroda in the start, but things don't remain the same if you have a clear vision, if you have a clear plan that you are out there to execute, and that is what they will have to look forward for. 2 wickets have gone, but what's gone is gone. What you have right now is the entire lot of overs that you are going to play, and if you play good cricket, if you bat well, outside edge, this will be racing away for a boundary. Again, not much to do on it. Just open the face of the bat and guide the ball towards the deep third region. Nothing much to do for Jay, and that will be some more adrenaline for Jay to pump the energies here. 2 wickets early, but that doesn't change anything for Jay. He still plays clever cricket. Another one. Couple of deliveries to go more in this over, probably one more last delivery, but what we have seen from Pankaj Jaiswal, the approach again towards Rohan Kadam. Wicket taking ball. Anuj Rawat was the man under it. So it's right now pretty much balanced on both the sides. On one end, Rahul Tewatia and team must be happy that they've got 2 early breakthroughs. On the other hand, Bank of Baroda would be telling the batsman to ease it up. Akash Anand playing his first ball very much onto the 3 sticks. Ends up with a dot ball, and after the end of 4 overs, it's 30 for 2. And probably now it will be interesting to see what Shahbaz Ahmed comes to bowl the 4th over, and this change was expected because Saurabh has bowled 2, Pankaj has bowled 2. and they would want Saurabh and Pankaj to be coming in between, probably after 10 overs or probably in the death overs. So that was expected, that there will be a bowling change, and the bowling change will come with spin bowling. There is one more over after this that will be for the power play as well, but fifth over has begun now. Akash and Jay now, this partnership will be very important, because from here on, even the wickets keep on coming in, then it will be a tough journey for Bank of Baroda to look forward for a big score. And this is picked up nicely, clears the 30-yard circle, and the fielder will only go collect the ball and give it back to the bowler, because 4 runs will be also noted and added to the total. This is what you want: clever cricket, risk-free cricket at this point in time. You do not want to hurry on to anything, and that is why I said that this partnership has to be there to construct and correct what has not gone right till now for Bank of Baroda. But on the other hand, Shahbaz Ahmed again very clever with his line. Little bit of movement also that he will see, and that's going to be a feel-good factor for Shahbaz, especially as a spinner. If you have a good turning track, then it all the more makes the day for any spinner, and that is exactly what happened in the first game also. The spinners did a fabulous job, starting on with Yuzvendra Chahal. But meanwhile, both these batters looking to stay strong in the center. Another one, and that should be a single to end the over. So 5 overs gone, and it's 37 for 2. Well, it is KV Sasikant now coming to the attack, and also it will be change in the commentary box as Chandresh Narayanan will take you for the further happenings in the game.
Thank you, Dipesh. It's been an eventful start to the third day of the D.Y. Patil T20 Cup. And KV Shashikant has been brought into the attack. It's going to be an interesting little phase of play here. Again into the pitch. We saw this a lot yesterday with Ramandeep Singh as well. He bowled a lot of deliveries into the pitch, not giving any sort of pace for the batter to work with. And that disrupted the momentum of the batters. This is going to be an interesting phase. Last over of the power play. Played that one nicely. Will get a boundary. In the slot, sat up for Jay to take notice of it. And he took full toll of it. Got a boundary for that. Just not good enough. No pace whatsoever. It was really in the slot, and with the field restrictions in place, this was just not good enough from KV Sashikant. This time Apesh, but falls in a no man's land. Just rose up from a length, and Jai Jain played that one awkwardly. Didn't quite connect it, but fell in a no man's land, and no damage done, thankfully, for Bank of Baroda. They get a single there. So Jai Jain is keen to keep scoring. He's very, very keen to keep the scoreboard moving. But he needs to be careful here. Losing his radar there. Easy call for the umpire. You have struck regularly in the first 5 overs. It's important for the support bowlers to back up whatever's been done at the start of the innings. KV Sashikant has not quite delivered on that count. These singles won't hurt income tax. What is important now for income tax is that the pressure is kept on. If you look down the lineup of income tax, it appears to be a star-studded lineup. With a lot of players who played either for India or at the IPL level, likes of the skipper Rahul Tewatia, Mahipal Lomror, Anuj Rawat. Final delivery of the 6th over coming up. And played that one nicely. That's the end of over number 6. It's 44 for 2. The first over after power play. Now this is going to be interesting. What's going to be the approach of the skipper Akash Anand and Jai Jain? Path Rekhade. And he's gone. Very first delivery, straight to covers. And Rahul Tewatia takes that catch easy. So income tax continue to strike here. It was really a nothing shot from the skipper straight to his opposite number. So third wicket falls here for Bank of Baroda. It's 44 for 3 now. This is really big trouble for Bank of Baroda. The new man in is Rakshit. He comes in to face the music now. Interestingly, a slip in place as well. So Rahul Tewatia going for the kill here. Parth Rekhade striking of the very first delivery of a spell, very first delivery of post power play phase of play. Plays that one watchfully. This is really a very good phase of play for Income Tax. They've been able to squeeze the runs out, and they've also managed to pick up 3 wickets. Trying to play that sweep shot there, but has to be careful. He gets off the mark, does Rakshit. Right now, it's going to be interesting to see the tactics that Jai Jain employs here. He looked to be as positive as he was in the previous over, or does he look to be a bit more circumspect? Change of angle now from Parth Rekhade. He's going to come over the wicket for the left-handed Jai Jain, who's batting on 12. No slip now for Jai. Again trying to play that sweep shot, will get a boundary. Smartly done there. Spotted the fielder at short third man. Sensed an opportunity. Did not premeditate there. And got a boundary there. Moves along to 49 for 3 to Bank of Baroda. (49 for 3). Jai Jain moves along to 16 of 10. The fielder continues to be there at short third, and there's a fielder at short fine as well. Fields nicely spread out here for Jai. Good accurate bowling now. Good comeback there by Parth. Again, change of angle now. Parth is coming round the wicket now to the left-handed Jai. Dancing down the track, but checking his shot. That brings up the 50 for Bank of Baroda. That's end of over number 7. It's 50 for 3. So change in bowling from the far end. Lalit Yadav is now coming on to bowl his off spin. Income Tax has a number of options with their spin bowling department. Rahul Tewatia, Maipal Lomror. Also got Lalit Yadav, Parth Rekhade, we've just seen him. So they've got plenty of options. Trying to sweep that one there. Successful. Will get a single. We also have Shahbaz Ahmed. So plenty of options in terms of spin. Good all-round side, the Income Tax side. So that gives a lot of flexibility to the skipper. He can rotate the bowlers and keep throwing questions at the batters. Deftly done there, but there's a fielder. This middle phase is the trickiest phase in a T20 encounter because you just don't know which is the right way to approach at times. How do you achieve balance between being positive and also managing to keep your wickets intact? So far in this over, both Jay and Rakshit picking up singles. They're just biding their time here. They realize that they've had a false start with the fall of 3 quick wickets. And for Rahul Tewatia as well, this is a very important phase because he can look to get through the overs pretty quickly. That's what is happening now with Lalit Yadav. Dot balls add to the pressure that Bank of Baroda are already facing because of the fact that they've lost a few wickets up front. Change of angle now for Lalit. He's coming round the wicket after 2 successive dot balls. Shortest delivery will be cut off. Will push for 2. Yes, 5 runs from that over. It's 55 for 3 after 8. Okay, here we go again. Lalit Yadav bowled the first over for 5 runs, coming round the wicket now once again to Jai Jain. Nicely done there. And that's a much needed 6 there for Bank of Baroda. In the slot and dismissed out of its sight by Jai Jain. He's looking to up the ante here. Nicely done. Precise placement. Again down the ground this time. But there's a fielder there, just a single. Once you're able to strike off the very first delivery, it puts the pressure back on the bowler. And that's what Jai Jain has done here. Now Rakshit needs to be sensible. Over the wicket now, Lalit Yadav. Sharp single. So scoreboard's moving in this over. 8 runs already of the first 3 deliveries. The previous 2 overs fetched 10 runs. One more single. But 9 runs already in this over. That includes a 6 of the bat of Jai Jain. Lalit Yadav constantly making changes to the field. Dug that one out. No damage done. So you see the Bank of Baroda dugout, the coaching staff keeping a close eye on the proceedings in the centre. It's been a very good phase here for income tax. Round the wicket. Trying to cut that one, reached for it but missed it completely. That's over number 10 done. At the end of the halfway stage, it's 69 for 3. Okay, so Shahbaz Ahmed is back in the attack and coming back into the comm box is Deepesh Sule. Over to you.
Thank you, Chandresh. And let's get back. Oh, this time, Shahbaz Ahmed welcomed with a massive sixer. Oh, what a big one this is. Generally, you say stand and deliver, but this time Jay is sitting and delivering. What a lovely shot that is. The connection was not just stronger, but it was impactful as well, as the ball sails into that big stands here at the D.Y. Patil Stadium. Lot of power on that one. Jai Jain has really constructed a wonderful innings here. And if he goes on like this, he will be the architect for a big one that you will see, the big score that you will see. And it's more about taking that ownership even after early fall of wickets. That ownership and responsibility when you take, then you will see things happening for you because you are prepared for any challenge that comes to you. And that is what Jay has did. Meanwhile, now Rakshit on strike, and will be an interesting one to see. Again, short of the length, but only a single that he'll get towards the long on region. Pankaj Jaiswal, the fielder there. Shahbaz Ahmed. Now, that is what was surprising, that 1 over that he bowled previously, and he's got back now to bowl the second one. Probably now Rahul Tewatia would bring in spinners. Rahul himself is a good spinner. This was close. It was in the air, but Shahbaz was a little late on the ball. Otherwise, it would have been a soft dismissal and could have been a big wicket also. Smashes that one towards the covers, but only a single that he'll get. Not too much power and gap for that shot. So I was saying that the way Rahul is thinking right now, probably he'll want to bring in spinners, but then again Rahul himself is a very good bowler, is a spinner. Is he going to get himself very soon? This time again, bit of a chase there, but couple of runs. And the couple of runs will be the end of the over. 11 overs gone. It's 80 for 3. Change in the bowling, and Lalit Yadav will come. He's bowled 2 overs already, 14 runs of that, hunting for a wicket here, because only wicket can put Bank of Baroda on the back seat. Otherwise they are doing good on the scoreboard. 80 runs for 3, and from here on, if the similar fashion of attack from the batsmen continues, then we should be looking at somewhere around 160 to 165. The current run rate being just a little 7 plus, but it will increase eventually, because as the game progresses, the last 5 overs actually are the decider overs, that how the finishing touches are given by the batsmen, and that is why it will be interesting to see what the approach is going to be till the 15th over, and how the approach changes after the 15 overs, because that is where you are just in a hurry to make sure that runs are there on the scoreboard. So you will go left, right, center, try to hit shots to all the parts of the ground. Another one, flick of wrists there, only a single that they'll get. So they are balancing this nicely with singles, doubles. Whenever there is a chance, they are getting a boundaries or a 2. They've got 6s earlier in the power play as well. We've seen that. But then again, how is the game going to progress from here? Will Income Tax be able to take a couple of wickets from here and then just slow down the momentum, or is it going to be Jay Jain who will be standing tall in front of Income Tax bowlers? Right now it is just singles that we are watching. And pretty relaxed by now, Rakshit and Jay. Jay, of course, has spent more time than Rakshit. $83 for 3. half-hearted appeal, I think. Did he get some bat on it? Did he didn't get a bat on it? We'll wait for the umpires to signal here. Venkatesh Iyer on the screen. Yes, there was some bat on it. So that's why the half-hearted appeal from the bowler and the keeper. Last ball of this over. Another one that is just wide to that off stump. Bit of a chase there for the fielder. Couple of runs easy to end the over. And after the end of 12 overs, it will be 86 for 3. And again, it will be Shahbaz Ahmed to continue. 2 overs, 18 runs. 86 for 3. Twelve overs have been bowled till now. Oh, that is smashed towards the deep covers, but I think it was more in deep extra covers. Yet another single here. Probably they are trying to look for a gap towards the backward point and the deep third area, because there is a long gap between that covers that is placed deep right now. You have a short third, you have a short covers, short extra covers, and the deep covers. Deep covers is probably for that cover drives that might come in handy for a single or a double, or probably even there they want to look for some boundaries. Venkatesh Iyer at the short fine leg region. There is a deep square leg, there is a deep mid wicket. Venkatesh Iyer fields it and quickly a single here. $88 for 3, and from here on they need to pick up the momentum. They can't be just relying on singles and doubles. If 150 at least or probably 160 that they're looking for, but they will still choose to take only a single here. Shahbaz Ahmed has been really good, and Jay has played Shahbaz pretty well. Good player of spin bowling is Jay Jain. $89 for 3, and it's still counting. Bit of a change happening there.
1.1 से
Well, now then, it will be again Lalit Yadav. 13 overs gone, and it's 91 for 3. I think as a captain, Rahul Tewatia has done a wonderful job. Even if you haven't seen a wicket from a long time, I think it was a good captaincy behind it. The way he's switching the bowlers now from both the ends, he's continuing with the spin, and this time a wide ball has been smashed away wider to that off stump, and he gets the chance to release his arms, give himself some room and go for the big one. A sixer that was needed for that icebreaker. It was getting monotonous with every single just coming in. And finally, Rakshit now takes the onus of breaking that monotony and going for a big one. 97 for 3. And is it the sign that now the batsmen are shifting the gears? It's a bright sunny day and very hot as well, and you'll need to refill yourself with some energy drinks or some water. It's very hot outside. Lucky for us, the comm box is a little pleasant. That was a close one. Did they get some wood on it? Catch it was the call. Comes to the keeper very quickly. Interesting. Yes, there was a bat on it. Not an easy one. You just get fraction of seconds to react on that. A big edge, in fact. You get fraction of seconds behind the stump, so it's not easy. But these days, a lot of wicket keepers are so quick behind the stumps. And of course, the legacy that was started from the great Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And I remember in one of the interviews, he said that probably his thought process of keeping was more to give the ball back rather than receiving, because it's generally said that as a keeper you have to receive the ball. He believed in giving immediately. So that's why you can see the quick stumpings that he used to do, quick reflexes that with which he used to be behind the stumps. So the conventional method of keeping was changed into a complete new perspective, where you immediately release the ball, where you immediately give the ball rather than receiving it and then taking your time. That's the monotony he broke. And this will go long way. No, it lands straight in the hands of the fielder there. A good breakthrough. At the right time, at the right moment, Rakshit will go back to the dugout after a wonderful catch there on the boundary. Short of the length, he went with the spin. The swing of the bat even made it better. Travelled quite a distance, but it could only travel to land up in the hands of the fielder there. Good catch on the boundary. And a wicket to income tax. They'll celebrate this because then again you've been successful in breaking that partnership. 100 is there on the scoreboard, but even the wicket goes right in time. Will the new batsman coming with a different thought process, a thought process that will change the phase of the game, will they be able to add up more runs from here on? Because there are a lot of overs remaining. In a T20 game, even last 2 overs can change the fortune of the game. So it's now with what thought process the batsman is walking in. Vaibhav Sood, what does he have in his mind? What is the message that has been given by in the dressing room to him by the coach and the team management? What was the discussion that was going in the dugout when Rakshit and Jay was batting? He'll be coming with all that messages also from the coach to Jay, who is playing so well. 45 of 32, he's constructed it, he's been patient, he's waited there to get to a total where Bank of Baroda is now 100 for 4. Because initially we saw that wickets going in early and then you needed stability in the game. And that is where Vaibhav Sood now has to take this scoreboard even further. Of course, Jay is there on the other end, but every batsman who comes in, if they also starts contributing, then there is a good camaraderie between the two batters that happens, a good partnership that happens, the wavelength starts matching. "45. Jay Jain just 5 runs away from his half century. But more than that, his focus right now will be to give the perfect finishing touches, play till the end, play till the 20 overs and try to get a good total for the team. Last ball of this over. Ends up with a couple of runs in the last ball, and after the end of 14 overs, it's 103 for 4. Parth Rekhade will be coming out to bowl. 103 for 4. What could have been that probable discussion between these two, Vaibhav and Jain, when Vaibhav came in after that previous wicket of Rakshit? There must be some discussion that must have happened. And will you see that gears getting changed, the approach getting changed in the last 6 now? Good looking throw back to the stumps, and now it will be again to the man who has been there for quite some time. So he has all the more advantage now here. Because you've spent time on the crease, you know the behavior of the pitch, you know how the game is progressing, you're in much better control. Where do you want to take the game to? How many runs will you want to add up to? Good running there from Venkatesh Iyer. Anuj Rawat missing a very close chance in the previous over for that caught behind, but I think it was more to do with the ball coming so quickly on the gloves. It's not very easy life for a wicket keeper to be behind the stumps and every time get you the right reflexes quickly, and that is where sometimes the errors will happen. But he's a fantastic player, Anuj Rawat, and a lovely wicket keeper behind the stumps. Yet another single here. Parth Rekhade starting off pretty well. 4 singles till now in this over. And I think somewhere down the line even the fielders have contributed towards a good show today. Very few misfields or those drop catches moments that we've seen, but otherwise I think the diving has been spot on, the running has been spot on, the throws have been spot on, and this all adds up to the team's performance. This one's gone in the air now, The only thing is how long it has traveled, but it has only traveled for Mahipal Lomro to celebrate that wicket after taking that catch. Parth Rekhade strikes here and just missing his shot there, and an easy catch to Mahipal Lomro. Yet another wicket for Bank of Baroda that goes down, and Vaibhav Sood, who wanted to pace up, is gone. 15 overs gone, 107 for 5.
Ball here. Gave away 7 runs in his first over. Jai Jain batting very well here on 49 of 35. That's his 50. No, he has to wait for it. 107 for 5. Vaibhav Mali at the other end, who's just walked out to join Jai Jain, who's holding this innings together for Bank of Baroda. Again taken on the full there. Will get a single. That's a well-made 50 there for Jai Jain. Well played, well played. He has held the innings together. Scoring 50 of 37 deliveries. Now he needs to ensure that he plays out the rest of the innings, holds the innings together further, and takes his side to a total of around 160, 170. The projected score is pegging it at around 140. But Bank of Baroda will feel a lot more confident if the total's around 160 or 170. This is an important phase. Vaibhav Mali needs to back Jai Jain. He's just about to face his first delivery. Runs into ball now. Get a single. Gets off the mark. So 2 runs of the first 3 deliveries. This is the end phase of this T20 contest. A very important phase of this T20 contest. You cannot afford to mess this up. Bank of Baroda have lost wickets at regular intervals, and that's not helped matters at all for them in this innings. Going across, will get a single there. So 3 runs of the first 4 deliveries. This is important to pick up these singles that come along. But it's also important that either of these 2 batters, or one of them rather, needs to take charge. Needs to make the most of these final few overs to put pressure on a star-studded income tax lineup. Dancing down the track this time, but checking his shot in the end. Will only get a single. So 4 runs of the first 5 deliveries. Dealing in singles for now are Bank of Baroda. So Srikanth now coming in for the final delivery. in the block hole, duck that one out. We'll get a single to end over number 16. It's 112 for 5 after 16 overs. So Parth Rekhade is here for his final over. He's given away just 15 runs of his first 3 overs and picked up 2 crucial wickets. Jai Jain on 52 will be on strike. Oh, missing that one completely. He was trying to be a little cute there, was Jai, but Parth Rekhade, canny bowler that he is, was quick to spot that change in approach. Taken on the full. Where's it gone? It's out of here. What a strike. Terrific strike there by Jai Jain. He moves along to 58 of 41 deliveries. That was a gift, really, from Parth Rekhade. A nothing delivery. Taken on the full and dismissed out of its sight. This time on the offside. There's a fielder there. So just a single. So Jai Jain continues to impress here with his approach. He's held the innings together, and it's mainly due to him that Bank of Baroda have reached 119 for 5. We're in the 17th over. 7 runs already of the first 3 deliveries. Pushing for a single, and it was a risky single, but finally Vaibhav Mali makes it. Vaibhav Mali was not so keen on picking up that single, but Jai was very, very keen. He pushed for it, and that ensured that the single was done without any damage over there. 120 for 5. We are in the 17th over. Bank of Baroda. Jai Jain has been the most important factor here, moving to 59 of 42 deliveries. It's been a quick inning so far because of the number of spinners employed by Rahul Tewatia, the skipper of Income Tax. Once again over the wicket. Short delivery. This time once again picking up a single. So 9 runs already in this over. Jai moves to 60 of 43 deliveries. And projected score still pegging it around 145. Like I said, they would like it to be around 165, 170. And that's a single to end over number 17. It's 122 for 5. Okay, so we are back again. KV Sasikant to continue. He's given away 12 runs in his first 2 overs. Vaibhav Mali is on strike. into the pitch, no pace whatsoever. Easy call for the umpire. Trying to ape the tactics employed by Ramandeep Singh yesterday, but not quite working out there for KV Sasikant. In these end overs, the bowlers try everything possible to try and restrict the scoring. Sometimes they succeed, sometimes they don't. This time taken on the full. And will get a single. More importantly, Jai will be on strike here. He struck 3 boundaries and 3 sixes in his innings so far. It's been a terrific effort by Jai Jain. .171 is the aim right now for Bank of Baroda. They are on 124 for 5. Apesh! But the fielder will only watch the ball sail over the fence. What a strike! Short delivery. And Jai Jain was up to the task. He pulled it fantastically. Got full value for that shot. And the fielder in the deep could only watch the ball sail over the fence. That's the 4th 6 of Jai Jain's bat. He's playing a terrific knock here. He's moved along to 66 of 44 deliveries. It's 130 for 5 now. The projected score is constantly going up. It's now pushed along to 150. But like I said, 170 is what they would really like for it to be. Some hold up there with the umpires talking to each other and to the players. But spare a thought for Jai Jain. What an effort by the young man. 66 of 44 deliveries, 3 boundaries, 4 sixes, held the innings together. With his efforts, despite fall of regular wickets at the other end, he's not let the scoring rate drop. He's managed to hold the innings together with his effort. And he's had partners walking in and walking off. But at all stages, he's been equal to the task, especially against the spinners that Income Tax possess. And Income Tax have got a number of spinners in their lineup. And he's countered them very well. His approach has been terrific. He's been prepared to take the risk. He's been prepared to be positive. And he's managed to gain runs for his side. Posed a lot of questions to the skipper of Income Tax, Rahul Tewatia, who's had to make changes to his bowling lineup constantly. And Jai Jain has been terrific. Since he walked out, he's looked class apart against this spin heavy attack of Income Tax. If you look at Income Tax, they've got a number of players who have played at the highest level, including the skipper Rahul Tewatia, Mahipal Lomror, Anuj Rawat, Venkatesh Iyer, Shahbaz Ahmed, Lalit Yadav. So they've got plenty of options. And looks like KV Sasikant is not happy with his bowling area. He's asked for reinforcements in terms of patching that area up with some sawdust. He's getting help from Mahipal Lomror, who's guiding the groundsman on what needs to be done here. Slight hold up and play here. That gives an opportunity to Income Tax to try and gather their thoughts, recharge their batteries. Sometimes in such cases it's important, and this break comes right after a massive strike for 6. This can work both ways. It can either bring the momentum back to Bank of Baroda or get the momentum back in favor of Income Tax. It's important that both sides manage to hold their nerve here. Looks like we are happy now. And action's going to resume once again.
And in fact, Chandresh, yesterday also, I could see this in the DY Patil red match. Even Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was facing a similar issue where, because the feet that lands once you are in that action, once you take the jump and just before the release of the ball, when your feet lands, that is the time the impact of body, comes 6 times on your legs. And that is why that landing has to be proper, that landing has to be safe to avoid any injuries to the bowler. And I think Sasikant is facing the similar issue. Again, yesterday also I think Bhuvaneshwar Kumar did call for sawdust and he tried to level up that area because that landing feet is way too important for a fast bowler, and we've seen what injuries can do to you.
Yeah, you don't want to slip while you're trying to deliver the delivery. Okay, here we go again. What was that? What was that? He's gone across the stumps and played that over the short fine leg fielder. In T20 cricket, we have seen a number of innovative strokes, but nothing as better as this. This is terrific from Jai Jain. He gets a boundary. He moves along to 70. So, just as we expected, the break bringing the momentum to Jai Jain and to Bank of Baroda. 11 runs already in this over. Just the kind of over that Bank of Baroda were hoping for. What can he do now? Yes, the bowler is completely rattled. Completely rattled, Sasikant. Second wide of this over. Are the wheels coming off income taxes? Bowling attack here. It was way outside. And easy call for the umpire. Sasikant needs to hold his nerve here. He cannot afford to be wavered. This is an important phase here. Gets a single now, does Jai Jain. The sensible thing now for Vaibhav Mali would be to just pick up the single and give the strike to his more set batter, Jai Jain, who's batting on 71. He's played a terrific knock, has Jai. Sasikant now, once again, will be on view as he runs into ball, the fifth delivery of this over. Change in pace, plays that towards backward point. Will not get a run. So some sanity now in the proceedings. 12 runs on this over already off the bat, plus 2 wides. 14 runs have been picked up already. This has been a very good over. Once again, Sasikant running in for the final delivery. Dancing down the track, plays that down the ground. Will get a single to end over number 18. It's 137 for 5. Pankaj Jaiswal now back. Very first delivery played on the offside. Will get a single. So now all eyes on Jai Jain. He's on 71 of 46. It's 138 for 5. Vaibhav Mali at the other ends on 7. Pankaj Jaiswal now is in his third over. 11 legal deliveries left in this innings. How is it going to pan out from here for Bank of Baroda? 138 for 5. The projected score is pegging it around 152. And we've got over the wicket approach for Pankaj Jaiswal against Jai Jain. What's he going to do here? Nicely done there. Behind there, will get a single. So, singles of the first two deliveries in this over. 139 for 5. And right now, Vaibhav Mali, a sensible approach would be to give more of the strike to Jai Jain, who's on 72 of 47. Jaiswal now coming in once again to Vaibhav Mali. Taken on the full but can't quite connect it. 3 runs of the first 3 deliveries. Surely now, 9 deliveries left in this innings. All eyes will be on Jai Jain. He'll need to go big here. The field spread out. There's just one fielder inside the 30-yard circle on the leg side at short fine leg. 140 for 5. Jai Jain's on 72. Vaibhav Mali on 8 of 9. Trying to move across the crease, but nicely done there by Pankaj Jaiswal. A single once again. So slowly but surely, this innings is winding down to a close. 8 legal deliveries left in this innings. Jai Jain has played a terrific knock, 73 of 48. But he'll need a perfect finish here to this innings. So far, this over, Pankaj Jaiswal has managed to keep him quiet for now. Again into the pitch. An easy call for the umpire. That's a wide. An extra delivery, extra run. That's what Bank of Baroda needs to cash in on now. This extra delivery now. They'll need to cash in on that. Vaibhav Mali is on 8 now. Where can he strike now? There are open spaces behind the cover fielder. Does he go inside out? Does he go straight down the ground? Can't quite connect it once again. Terrific bowling here by Pankaj Jaiswal. Just a single. 5th single in this over. This is excellent channel bowling by Pankaj Jaiswal. He's been outstanding in this over. What a comeback after the previous over from KV Sasikant. The final delivery of the 19th over coming up now. And Jai Jain will have to now finish this over on a high. Jai is on 73 of 48 deliveries now. How is it going to be? Projected score is now pegged at 152. Again taken on the full, straight down the ground, but will only get a single. Terrific over. Just 6 from that 19th. It's 144 for 5. KV Sasikant starts off with a wide. 74 of 49 Jai Jain. The pressures on KV Sasikant. The previous over, he gave away plenty of runs. He was not happy with his landing. He called in for help from the groundsman. And since then, he has not found his radar at all. A poor start to the final over. 145 for 5. 6 legal deliveries left in this innings now. Jai Jain is on strike. He's the man in form. He's the man who's held the innings together. Moves across and plays that one nicely. Will get a boundary. Oh, 6! Terrific. Terrific strike there by Jai Jain. He moves of 80 and Bank of Baroda moves along to 151 for 5. What a step up in scoring by Jai Jain. Taken on the full. Terrific. With the fielder inside the 30-yard circle. He spotted the gap and made full use of it. Jai Jain moves along to 80. How much more can he get in this final over? The pressures on KV Sasikant. He'll need to tighten up his line and length here. Once again, KV Sasikant. This time down the ground. Will get a boundary. A 6 followed by a boundary. It's all happening here. 155 for 5. At the right time, Jai Jain has stepped up the scoring rate. And the projected score is now pegged at around 160. Can Jai push himself and up the scoring further? Just 4 legal deliveries left in this innings. Jai Jain is also on 84 of 51. Can he get to his 100? Yes, he's getting closer. He's moved along to 90. That's the second 6 of this over. And look at the Bank of Baroda camp. They are happy. In the slot. Nicely set up and Jai Jain dismissed it out of his sight. He's moved along to 90 of 52 deliveries. 161 for 5. This has been a terrific knock. He's struck 6 sixes in his innings so far and has stepped up on the scoring rate at the very right time. Now all the pressures on income tax. What's their response going to be? We've got multiple people going and talking to KV Sasikant, offering advice, offering suggestions. KV Sasikant is under pressure here. 3 legal deliveries left in this innings. Jai Jain's on 90. Vaibhav Mali at the other end giving him good company. KV Sasikant cannot afford to err in line and length here any further. This time, much better. Much better from KV Sasikant. Swing and a miss from Jai Jain. No damage done. No run taken. It's 161 for 5. 2 legal deliveries left in this innings. Can Jai Jain go for 2 massive strikes and get to his 100 and also get his side closer to 170? That will make it a fair contest here. The chase is going to be outstanding to watch because income tax has got a terrific lineup. Here we go again. Nicely done there in the block hole, only a single. What a comeback by KV Sasikant. Responding to the pressure put on him fantastically. He's getting support from his teammates, Maipal Lomror, acknowledging the effort put in by his young teammate very well. Right then, final delivery of this innings. KV Sasikant is still not happy with his landing. Constantly looking at the landing now. Vaibhav Mali, all eyes on him as he gets ready to face the final delivery of this innings. It's got to be all or nothing now for Vaibhav Mali. Has got to make the most of this final delivery. Where is it going to be? KV Sasikant coming in now. Final delivery in the slot. And falls in no man's land. Pushing for 2. And will get it quite easily. So pretty good finish here for Bank of Baroda in the end. They finish on 164 for 5 out of their 20 overs. Jai Jain thanking his Lord as he finishes on an unbeaten 91. Fantastic effort by Jai Jain. Bank of Baroda finish on 164 for 5 in their 20 overs. Income tax need 165 to register another win in this 20th edition of the DY Patil T20 Cup. This is the third day of the tournament and we're coming to you live from the DY Patil Stadium. Terrific effort by Income Tax up front, but it was the Jai Jain show which was the talking point here at the DY Patil Stadium this morning. Terrific shot making by Jai Jain. He got intermittent support from the other batters, but it was all about him through the innings. Score 91 out of the 164 that his team put up shows the effort put in by the left-handed batter. And if you are Income Tax supporter, the bowling was good up front. The spinners were terrific, but post that it was a one-way street as Jai Jain managed to wrest back initiative for his side. 165 now. Income Tax need to register yet another win in this tournament. Couple of days ago on the opening day, they beat Reliance to kick off their campaign in style. At that time, the hero of their win was Yuzvendra Chahal. Now, on the third day of the competition, they'll need their batters to step up here and make up for some of the disappointment that they may face post that effort with the bat by Jai Jain of Bank of Baroda. Just quickly have a look at the batting card of Bank of Baroda. That's the batting card. Jai Jain, he stands head and strong over the rest of the lineup with 91. Rakshit made 22 of 22, but it was all about Jai Jain. 5 boundaries, 6 sixes. In terms of bowling, from Income Tax, it was Parth Rekhade with his left-arm spin. Lalit Yadav picked up a wicket. Pankaj Jaiswal and Saurabh Dubey picking up a wicket apiece. And that was the story of the bowling attack. We'll be back shortly with Income Tax's reply. They need 165 for a win.
Welcome back, and just about to start the second innings. And Jai Jain, what an innings that we've seen. The architect of this wonderful score, the fighting total that you have in front of you. Anuj Rawat and Gaurav Jathar is out there in the crease. 165 runs. It's a big one as Irfan Umair comes to start off the innings at the bowling end. Now, when you're talking about this effort of 165 runs by Bank of Baroda, how is income tax going to react? Couple of good deliveries here. Anuj Rawat got out early in the previous game. Gaurav Jathar played a nice cameo in the previous game. But now it's more to do with the power play overs. We always, mention this because that actually sets the tone. The power play overs, the more you're going to play well, the more you're going to score runs, the more you're going to get your team to a good total by the end of the 6 overs. That actually sets a platform, because then if you do not have a great power play and you've not got runs there, then it happens that, oh lovely, this is what I'm talking about. What a wonderful shot that is. Anuj Rawat looks in a different mood today. And there it is. This starts off pretty well here. Well. And that is where your power play masters the whole game here. And I've seen Anuj Rawat's many innings. He's done some amazing power hitting. And today probably he's, after that first game where he got out early, today he looks in a mood where he wants to just come out here and enjoy the game. He just wants to go on every ball. He just wants to, make sure that he takes the team total to a decent one till this power play overs are going on. Irfan Umair there. Another one from Anuj Rawat. This time onto the leg side. Well, lovely start there from Anuj. At least that aggression is to be seen. 6 runs. But initially, Irfan Umair, couple of balls that he bowled, it was more on the body line. And that is the reason he was not getting that movement to do in the crease, or probably shuffle a bit. But in the third ball, the approach suddenly changed and said that I will go on the ball. Let me not receive the ball, but go on the ball and try to go. And these are just easy pickings. Easy pickings there. Irfan Umair bowling that completely outside, way outside that off stump, and no chance there for the wicket keeper to even get closer to the ball. Look at that, how far it is going to be. Even that full stretch could not stop the ball. These are gifted runs. These are not runs. You can say that the batsman really earned it, but these are gifted runs from the bowler. Last ball of this over. Another one straight to the fielder, ends with a dot ball. And 11 to start off the first over for no loss. Well, now then change to Saksham Jha. Now interesting will be to see what are the areas where Saksham will be bowling today, because Saksham is very good in varying his line and length as per the situation of the game. He is very good when it comes to match awareness. Look at that. A little wider, but this is what Saksham Jha is all about. He reads the batsman so well that he makes the plan in and around that. Even if it would have been an extra ball, but the idea over here is he looks at the batsman till the last moment, even before releasing the ball. This time under the bat in the air, and that will be a wicket. This is what I was talking about. Gaurav Jathar, an early exit. And Saksham Jha striking that wicket here. Under the bat, wanting him to play. And the ball went in the air. Eventually a good catch on the boundary from Mehraj Khan. And this is where Saksham Jha is very dangerous as a bowler. Always lives up to the situations of the game. Never gets anything overexcited in him. But he's always that player, he's always that bowler, especially in T20 cricket. What I've seen about Saksham Jha is he reads the batsman so well. The eyes are on the batsman even before the release and after the release. And very few bowlers have that skill to watch the batsman till the end. Uses a lot of that power that comes from his shoulders while he's bowling that one. A little cross angle that he goes when he's about to release the ball. And he's picking that very fine. Even if that first ball was a wide ball, that time also the effort was to keep the ball away from the batsman, because he was charging ahead of that crease a couple of steps, and that is what he read. And that is why I said that match awareness with Saksham Jha is very well compared to the others in the lot. Now what will be the plan for Mahipal Lomro? Saksham onto the pads, flicks it. Will they go for the second one? No, they walk through the ends and complete a run only. Now this will be an interesting contest to watch. Anuj Rawat versus Saksham Jha, because Anuj has already started to hit the ball very hard and cover it to a distance, and he's been successful. So what will be his approach to Saksham, and what will be Saksham's approach to Anuj? Interesting contest. Leg side, a half-hearted appeal, but a wide ball given by the umpire. End to all the appeals. He just calls it a wide. And I think it's more to do with just keeping that momentum alive whenever you have such appeals. Even the wicket keeper knows, even the bowler knows, it's just to put that question in front of the umpire. But umpire, I think in cricket, the umpire seat is the best seat, I would say, in any cricket, in any match. Because other than the 11 players, what they are living inside the ground with two batsmen, so probably 13 players are inside at one point in time, and there are two more seats that are there, which is the umpire, the leg umpire and the main umpire. They've got the best vision, they've got the closest vision for everything that is happening in the center, and that is where You want those things to just make sure that, you know, everything in this run chase should be very consistent, the approach, because Mahipal Lomro and Anuj Rawat, they've been into many such partnerships, and that is what makes them special. Both of them are a good reader of the game, especially when you have an early breakthrough. So what is that immediate action point is something that they always will follow. Now probably you will see Anuj going still aggressive, but Mahipal taking a back seat, because Mahipal is a player, he is a player of long innings. He loves to bat for a long inning. And he is the one who, you know, keeps the game going. Look at that. This is what I was saying. Anuj Rawat is not going to stop because he loves to hit those boundaries early in the innings. A hard hitter of the white season ball. And that Kookaburra has just disappeared somewhere in the deep square leg region. Look at that boundary once again. Almost on 1 feet there. While he plays that shot, just flicks it nicely. And just to balance that on 1 feet, he just balances the body well. Another one onto the leg side and straight to the man there. Immediately after hitting that shot, he realized that it's only a single because there is a deep mid wicket that is in place. End of 2 overs, 19 for 1. So after that 11 runs in the first over of Irfan Umair, he returns back. Another one that will be only a single here. Mahipal Lomro. And that short conversations in between the overs, in between the ball. Both of them very well, prepared for this challenge. It looks, the body language is so confident, the body language is so upright, the body language really talks a lot on the thought process of these two batters, that what you want to do in the power play, what you don't want to do in the power play, how you want to look forward to this game. It's all very much clear in both of them. And this is where income tax will look for a partnership from both of them, because that is that one partnership that will put Bank of Baroda in the back seat. But on the other end, Bank of Baroda will want to get a couple of wickets more from here, because even if they get 2 to 3 wickets in this power play, they know that there will be certain pressure that will be applied, and then even the spinners will come in. Spinners will have their own chances of getting wickets here. Mahipal Lomro on the previous ball just dances down, and only we could see is a swing and a miss. But Irfan Umair, all geared up, all fired up. That's going to be a wide ball given by the umpire. See, this is what is happening with Irfan. Even in the previous over we saw that extra bit of pace that he wants to go for, and it's generally the habit of pace bowlers that they want to touch their own limits, where they want to exceed their expectations by bowling 135, by bowling 140. Even if you are bowling good on 140, you want to bowl 145 kilometers per hour. So it happens in cricket. You can't blame the bowler. And this one just slices down. What a fierce square cut that is. Goes for a boundary there. Love the way he comes into the position very quickly. Just when you see that bounce, wider to that off stump, comes in that, It's basically a lovely, lovely, lovely square cut, slicing the ball. When you cut an apple right in the center with a sharp knife, it was that kind of a shot that he played towards the backward point region, and this time goes straight. Not a very strong connection on it, but will be enough to get couple of runs here. And in games like this, it is said that attack is the best defense. Now, this may sound very cliche to many of them, but if you want to defend yourself from the bowling getting dominated, start attacking. And that is what Mahipal and Anuj Rawat, both of them are doing. They are keeping that attack on so that they are not getting dominated by the bowlers. Otherwise, if you, oh, look at that, one more boundary. This is class timing, just using the pace of the bowler, and as if that deep square leg boundary was ready to welcome that white season ball, the white kookaburra, finding the gap nicely into that boundary area. And the sponsors, 10XU, all captured in one screen here. 31 for 1, last ball of this over. Mahipal Lomro looking strong, looking firm. This is good one. This is a very good dot ball to end the over. 3 overs gone, it's 31 for 1. Now again it will be a change in the bowling. 3 overs have gone, 31 for 1. Irfan Umair, pretty expensive, 23 of 2. Bobby Yadav. Now this is a good change brought by Bank of Baroda. Bobby Yadav. And Bobby Yadav will be welcomed with a wonderful looking boundary, opening the full phase of the bat. Anuj Rawat just guiding the ball towards the extra covers region. And again, the non-striker end, the landing feet is a problem. He almost fell down, and the groundsman will be called up again. There is a serious problem, and there could be some serious injury that can take place. Look at that, he is already limping, Bobby Yadav, and that is not a good sign for the bowler who's just come in, because that area just in that non-striker end, what has happened is that even if you put that sawdust, unless and until the rolling is done properly, the sawdust is just going to, you know, not be firm, purely because there is wind. So the sawdust will be all over the place. But if you want that area to be completely firm, there has to be good rolling done. Now here they are getting it to apply a little bit of sawdust and make sure that the area is properly corrected, because unless and until you have that area firm, the bowlers will fall into that. And that's not a good sign when Bobby Yadav was limping, because Bobby Yadav is one of the prime bowlers of Bank of Baroda. Let's look at what's happened till now. With one early wicket that went down, but then Anuj Rawat and Mahipal Lomro has absolutely given justice to this power play over still now. Fourth over is just begun. But Gaurav Jathar there, an early victim of Saksham Jha's bowling. Maharaj Khan took that catch. Now all the more now bowling. We haven't seen much of the overs. Bobby Yadav has just come in, but Saksham and Irfan being a little on the expensive side, but Saksham. And this is what we have seen with Bank of Baroda. Jai Jain, the hero, the architect of this wonderful score that you see, 91 of 54. Rakshit again playing a nice cameo, and Rohan Kadam just giving that perfect start for Bank of Baroda. "35 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. And now players are on to the job. I told you, unless and until that area is firm, it is not going to really work for the bowlers. So Bobby Yadav taking the job in his own hands and trying to make it more firmer. But I think it's a temporary arrangement because unless the proper rolling happens, it is still going to be a concern there. But we just hope that the issue gets resolved quickly and we could see the live action quickly. You will need more sawdust on that, I suppose. I think they're removing the extra. But I hope there is no injury to Bobby Yadav, because you will come to know when he bowls that this ball. Otherwise, after that first ball that he bowled, he fell down on the wicket, and that's the reason the line couldn't be as good as he is used to bowl. 35 for 1. Here we go. Oops. Stopped by the umpire. I think they're just waiting for the groundsman to completely leave yes, they're waiting for the groundsman to quickly move out of the field. Now we are good to go. So Bobby Yadav now. Here we go. What a lovely shot there from Anuj. 100% timing on that one. And something new to the eye. But again Bobby Yadav falls down. This is not at all a good sign for a bowler who is one of the prime bowlers of, look at that, who is again one of the prime bowlers of Bank of Baroda. I think it is just going to create an issue, and that is where the concerns are going to be, because he's falling on the wicket for the second time, and they're just hoping that there is no injury that happens to Bobby Yadav, because Bobby Yadav for sure is a bowler who will bowl 4 overs in his spell. So they need Bobby to be fit and fine on this wicket. But this is the second time that instance is happening, that he is falling on the crease. And again will they call the, I think, look at that, little limping again. And he is not at all happy. The umpires are concerned, the players are concerned, and even the groundsmen are concerned, because groundmen, they put a lot of hard work in making those wickets. The 22 yards, the life of 22 yards is not an easy one for the umpires to make. Let's look at that again, what happened. Now see, that is where the landing has to be proper. So what has happened earlier, let's just have a look at it. Irfan there. And was a good start. Early wicket of Gaurav Jathar, but that did not really change anything for Mahipal Lomro and Anuj Rawat. The boundaries kept on coming, the expensive overs, the spells from Bobby Yadav. Look at that class timing on the leg side, just pushes the ball, guides the ball, uses the pace of the bowler, and that gets to one more boundary. And that is when Bobby Yadav came in. The first ball, he fell down again, misses the line, but Anuj Rawat there. What a lovely cover drive that was. Fantastic shot. He just opens that blade of the bat and just keeps it. that is so fantastic for even all the cameramen, the picture perfect moment. Again Bobby Yadav falls in, and then that sixer, class timing on that one, again using the pace of the bowler. You are not going to do this on every ball. It is not practically possible for groundsmen to step in every ball and do this. But somewhere down the line, the umpires will be there to sort this issue out as soon as possible with the groundsmen. And because of which, even the time will be elongated if this issue keeps on happening. Because right now, he has a plan to bowl the left-handers, both the left-handers in fact, the Mahipal Lomro as well as Anuj Rawat. He has a plan from over the wicket, right arm over the wicket. He probably can go right arm round the wicket if the issue continues. But twice it has happened. My only fear is that he should not get injured, because he's one of the prime bowlers of Bank of Baroda. And if you have to see a spell of 4 overs where Bobby Yadav is the most effective bowler for Bank of Baroda. He's a wicket-taking bowler like Saksham Jha, and these things just put you on to the back seat. They just put you on to the back seat, because if it happens for once, it is okay. But if it has happened twice, that thought will dwell in your mind while you are bowling, and then you will not be able to focus on your line and length. And it will be a party for the batsman. And that is why now Bobby Yadav should only forget whatever has happened in the first 2 balls. He will go round the wicket. So now he changes the end, and just to be on the safer side. Anyways, you are bowling to a left-hander, so there is no harm in changing the angle of the ball here. Bobby Yadav. And another one that will race away for a boundary. Fabulous power hitting there, Anuj Rawat, as if a phone number is now going to be getting noted. 464, that's the code. And what's the phone number? What a fabulous timer of the ball. It is Anuj Rawat is having the best time at this moment. Mahipal Lomro just enjoying this sight from the non-striker's end. 45 runs and still counting, because the chase is long, but it's not very far for income tax. Oh, lovely drive again. The head position very still, the bat flow and that front foot coming. It's always a pleasure to watch whenever a batsman is playing in V, and especially those trademark cover drives that every batsman owns. Every batsman have their own style of cover drives. We've seen the straight drives of Sachin Tendulkar, we've seen the cover drives of Virat Kohli, and we have some amazing players who show us that what they have got, what skill do they always win the hearts with, and one of them would be the cover drive of Anuj Rawat. 45 for 1, and last ball of this over. Income tax. After that first win, of course, the confidence is boosted, the energy, the synergy, the vibe, everything is boosted. But every day is a new challenge. It's not going to be the same every day. 4 overs gone? No, not yet. Commentator, not yet. Because it's a wide ball. So you'll have to wait for one more ball to call it. Last ball of this over still remaining. 15 runs till now of that 5 balls, and a long over is because all that drama that happened with the non-striker end being a little uneven. This is much better line from Bobby Yadav. Ends up with a dot ball. And after the end of the over, 4 overs gone, 46 for 1. Saksham Jha to return to the crease. He's got the wicket, but Saksham had to wait for quite a long time for the third over to get over. And now what will be the plan with Saksham? Because he's already got a wicket and the captain has given him the ball. Oh! That is miles in the air for sure, but a drop catch also. God, you've given life to a batsman who can be dangerous. The connection was nice, but it went very high in the air. Look at that. When he hit that, it looked like it will clear the stand probably in the second or the third tier. But in cricket, as you say, never celebrate too early. And probably the celebration came from the commentary box. But that's a lesson for us as well. Oh, that is beauty. Again, little bit of bounce, and Anuj wanted that run. He's waiting to get that strike. 117 more to follow. 48 for 1. Saksham Jha. Well, every ball, with every ball he's creating some or the other excitement, keeping the audience on the toes, keeping the opposite team in the check, telling them to stay alert, because he's going to ask a lot of questions in this question paper, and this time the connection looks neat, but how far is it going to travel? It's the longest boundary over there, so probably a couple of runs more that will be added to the total for Mahipal Lomro. He's actually wanting that line to be hit meat of the bat, because a little cross angle that the ball is coming, and that's why he's not very much standing or taking the guard of leg stump. He's taken the guard of middle stump, because you can see the leg stump while he's standing, while he's taking that stance, and then he's going across, because the reach in going across, whenever the ball is bowled outside the off stump or on the off stump, it gets a perfect reach. The bottom hand comes nicely onto the ball with that bat swing. 50 up for income tax, and there is a bit of a discussion. I think they have been continuously talking. That's again healthy sign of good partnerships that happened. I think Mahipal wants to just change the bat. Will the change of the bat change the fortune for him? Because the last two deliveries, he's trying to angle that ball where he's coming almost onto the off stump, and then he's trying to hit that ball in the air. But certainly, because of the connection not being very fine, the ball is not traveling the distance that is expected. Can the change of the bat change the fortune? Dances down the crease, and there it is. The fortune is changed finally for Mahipal Lomro, where the ball lands in the tier 1 of the stands of this D.Y. Patil Stadium. What a fantastic shot that is. Look at that. Fearless Mahipal Lomro just sends the ball to half a dozen runs that will be added to the total. Couple of balls remaining here. 56 for 1, and what a batting, what an power play that both of these batsmen are enjoying. They're expressing themselves. No pressure of any target, but just go out there, enjoy yourself, play good cricket, and the results will follow. 2 more deliveries to go, and what is the action that is going to be witnessed in the last 2 deliveries? Anuj Rawat there, he must be enjoying this bit from Mahipal Lomro, standing at the non-striker's end. Another one from Mahipal. One bounce and into the boundary rope. Oh, this is fabulous batting. This is phenomenal batting. The fearless Lomro steps up to the occasion and takes the score to 60. Last ball of the over. Where is the last ball going for a ride? Where is this Kookaburra going to land in the last ball of the 5th over? that is again straight down the ground, and that will be almost in that dressing room area, just next to that, just next to the side screen it lands, and one more sixer. So what an entertaining over by Mahipal Lomro. The fearless Lomro has given us wonderful moments here. 5 overs gone and it's 66 for 1.
So the final over of the power play coming up now, Saksham Jha. And 99 runs needed of the remaining 90 deliveries. This appears to be a quick chase. Anuj Rawat and Mahipal Lomro this time once again. What a strike! The final over of the power play beginning in fine style here. This is absolute carnage here from these two batters. They are looking very, very good here. Mairaj Khan back into action, bowling his first over. This time again on the leg side, but there's a fielder there. A single. Runs coming quickly. This is what income tax needed. Remember, a win with plenty to spare will help income tax, as slots for the knockout stages are up for grabs. Up in the air. Who's coming under it? Dropped! What's going on here? Bank of Baroda have missed a golden opportunity. Jai Jain, the hero with the bat, has dropped a sitter. It went up high in the air, but there was absolutely no reason for him to drop that one. Got under it nicely, and this time follows it up with a 6. That is adding a lot of insult to a lot of injury. This is absolute carnage here. They are playing in fast forward mode here. Our income tax, there are two key batters, Mahipal Lomro and Anuj Rawat. They are in absolute hurry here. Mahipal Lomro has now quickly moved ahead at the other end. Anuj Rawat is also looking in fine touch. This has been a terrific effort by these two batters. It's been wonderful to watch. Drop catches. Yes, there was an opportunity. It went up high in the air, and Jai Jain coming under it. It was an easy opportunity. Missed that one. A sitter. Now, what's going to happen now? Mahipal Lomro this time dancing down the track, checking his shot. Will get a single. It's one-way street here. Mairaj Khan proving to be very, very expensive in his first over. He's given away 12 runs. Anuj Rawat now on strike. And the final delivery of the power play fetches a single. It's 79 for 1 after 6. So the asking rate has come down dramatically here for income tax. Remember, they have a star-studded lineup, a number of key players who played at the higher levels, and now they are throwing a challenge at Bank of Baroda with their sledgehammer approach in the power play. Nishant Thakur now comes on to bowl. Anuj Rawat's on 32. At the other end, Maipal Lomror is on 38. The target 165. You would have thought that they would have been under some kind of pressure after the effort of Jai Jain with the bat. But no, income tax have come out all guns blazing. Nishant Thakur now coming on to bowl. Very first delivery and played that down the ground, will get a single. 85 more runs needed of 83 deliveries. The current run rate is 12.97. Yes, you heard it right. 12.97. Now once again Nishant Thakur will trying to be cute and inventive. And Nishant Thakur was trying to be extra inventive, but missing his radar completely. Everything happening here at the D.Y. Patil Stadium on the third day of the D.Y. Patil T20 Cup. The 2026 edition. Cuts that one sharply. Will only get a single. The score moves along to 82 for 1. Maipal Lomrors on 39. Anuj Rawats on 33. This has been a terrific stand. Bank of Baroda need to conjure up some magic here. Played that one powerfully once again, but there's a fielder there at deep point. They got an opportunity in the previous over, but Jai Jain dropped a hot chance. It doesn't get easier than that. He missed it. Grasped a simple opportunity that came his way and gave a life. This time once again in the air, but again a single. Right now Bank of Baroda looking for some kind of divine intervention. Where will it come from? How will it come from? Because truth be told, income tax, if they bat out these overs, they'll get to this target. After the kind of start they've had, and they're picking up singles, not missing out on opportunities, and they're keeping the scoreboard ticking. That's what is helping matters for them right now. Lomror's race to 40 of just 17 deliveries. At the other end, Anuj Rawat's on 35 of 23. What a stand, what a partnership between these two batters. Again cuts that one, will get a single to end over number 7. It's 86 for 1. So Maharaj Khan's going to continue here, and you're seeing the two batters swapping their helmets for the cap. So they are feeling confident, they are feeling secure in the middle. So right now they need 79 of 78. Can they race to this target in double quick time? That's the matter of interest here. That's the level of interest right now. Maharaj Khan, can he pick up a wicket here? Round the wicket. Plays that one watchfully, will get a single. That's going to be the order of play for a few overs now. They've had a terrific power play. They've picked up the runs. They've scored runs quickly in the power play. Now is the time for income tax to consolidate and get to this target. Well, right now, that's not what Anuj Rawat's thinking. He's keen to take chances, even if it's for a single. He's dancing down the track, prepared to take his chances. We saw that in the previous over from Maharaj Khan. Again, Maharaj Khan comes into ball. Plays that one forcefully, does Maipal Lomror, but only for a single. The power play was hectic. We had plenty of action. My fellow commentator Deepesh Sule had plenty to talk about. Still catching his breath from his stint. Again cuts that one nicely. Will be cut off. Nicely done there. Enough time for the two batters to pick up a couple of runs. That's the thing with this kind of batting. You know how to keep the scoreboard moving, keep the pressure on the bowlers. Dancing down the track and sails over the field for a 6. Anuj Rawat's not going to stop wondering. He is going to keep striking at will. The fielder at long on leapt up, but the ball sailed over his head. One more 6. The score now 97 for 1. The asking rate is constantly coming down. It's down to 5.6 now. Anuj Rawat's moved to 44 of 26. Once again this time. And the ball sails over again. 2 back-to-back sixes to end the over. 103 for 1 after 8. Terrific strike once again. So this is turning out to be a one-way street now. Income tax are relentless. Anuj Rawat's reached his 50 with a terrific strike of the previous over. Vaibhav Mali now comes on to ball. Now Maipal Lomror is eyeing his half century. Both these batters are in terrific touch. The previous over you saw Anuj Rawat striking 2 back-to-back sixes. He's now taking a fresh strike. Fresh guard rather. Both these batters are keen to overall this target in double quick time. They appear to be in a hurry. Anuj Rawat now once again. Again dancing down the track but checking his shot. Will get a single behind square. Lomror is now on 44. Can he get to his 50 in this over? Batters set targets for themselves. Would that be the target for him in this over? The 9th over. Dancing down the track. Will only get a single. The previous over was particularly expensive. Maharaj Khan, who's had a catch dropped off his bowling in his first over. The previous over, the last 2 deliveries of that over went for 6s. Now, all eyes on Anuj Rawat. That one came in sharply. Still manages a single. So it's 107 for 1. Only 58 more runs needed of 68 deliveries. This is a fantastic response by income tax. They are looking the side to beat in this competition so far. Again Apishli will get a single. 5 runs already in this over. And now all eyes on Anuj Rawat. Can he close out this over in style? He has the ability. Vaibhav Mali will have to watch out. Again dancing down the track, but shortening his length. Will get a single. So 6 runs in that over. 9 overs done, 109 for 1. So it's going to be interesting now. 56 more runs needed. Both these set batters for income tax, Anuj Rawat and Mahipal Lomror. They're playing a blinder here. Anuj Rawat's moved to 53 of 30. Mahipal Lomror is on 46 of just 23 deliveries. Anuj Rawat now takes strike. Change in bowling. Nishant Thakur. Change of ends for him. Looking for a wide, gets it. The umpires are very, very severe. If you stray in your line, they can penalize you constantly. Plays that one nicely. But there's a fielder there. The score moves along to 1-1-1 for 1. If you're one of those who are very superstitious, this is the time for you. I can already see my fellow commentator Deepesh Sule just moving himself in the seat. 1-1-1 for 1. What's going to happen here? Nicely done there. Again, the fielder can only watch the ball sail over his head. And this is fantastic batting by Mahipal Lomror. In the slot, shot, and he just dismissed it. The long on fielder just saw the ball sail over his head. This time cuts it sharply. Will get a single. So Lomror's moved to 53 of 25. Anuj Rawat's on 54 of 31. They are scoring at a breakneck speed. You already have 8 runs in this over plus a wide. Again a short delivery. But there's a fielder there. So a single added to the total. 19 for 1. Lomror's on 53, Rawat's on 55. 46 runs in 62 deliveries. Nishant Thakur under pressure. Played that one uppishly. Will get a boundary, will Lomror. They are racing to this target now. Terrific strike. Nishant Thakur hoping to entice, but only managing to give width to the batter. The ball sails over the cover region for a boundary. 123 for 1. This time Upish. And a boundary to end over number 10. It's 127 for 1. What a terrific finish to this over. What an over once again. Nishant Thakur straying just a bit. Lomror's race to 61 of 27 deliveries. It's 127 for 1 after 10.
Overs and 127 for 1. Vaibhav Mali now. But what an insane batting performance from both of this powerhouse. Anuj Rawat had got out early on the first match, but he comes back strong. And Mahipal Lomror, he's got his power hitting to such a class. And look at that, one more boundary. looks like it's going to be an early lunch today, with both of these batsmen just wanting to finish things quickly. It's just the start of the 11th over, but it's already 131. Only 34 more runs needed. Now the only dilemma for the match officials will be later on. Oh, this is a soft dismissal. Vaibhav Mali strikes, and finally a wicket, and the partnership is broken. Well, it was a very good delivery, not this one I'm talking about. 34 runs, but what an innings from Anuj Rawat. A half century to celebrate here. And let's look at that soft dismissal. Even he didn't thought that the ball will come on to the bottom edge of bottom edge of the bat, and probably he was just trying to check the shot, and in that the ball hit the bottom edge and it directly went on to the stumps. No chance there again to look back and even stop the ball or do that effort. Rahul Tewatia, captain, happy captain, comes out to bat because Mahipal Lomro, who is still there at the crease, and Anuj Rawat's partnership has already given a major lead in this game, and you can easily, safely say that it is income tax who will have the smile after the first game. What a fabulous batting performance by these two. Rahul Tewatia now has just joined Mahipal Lomro in the centre. A soft dismissal, and Vaibhav Mali strikes a wicket here, breaks the partnership. I think, are they calling? Are they going for it? No, says Rahul. And again a left-hander. So only Gaurav Jatar, who had come, was a right-hander. After that we've seen two left-handers. The destruction that these two have done, and now again a left-hander batsman is replaced by a left-hander batsman after that wicket that has gone down. 131 for 2. This will be yet another single here, but I think it will be the momentum will go slow for a moment, because Rahul has just come in, Rahul Tewatia, and Mahipal is still there. I mean, what a player he is. 27 balls that he's faced and 61 runs. It's insane batting. He just demolished the opposition. And with that single, that's also the end of 11 overs, and it's 133 for 2. I can see Irfan Umair on the screen. So that means he is going to come out to the ball. Meanwhile, the change of gloves also happened for Mahipal Lomro. It's just now 32 runs needed. But Irfan Umair has been brought by the captain with an intention that try some Yorkers and get me a wicket here, because wickets is the only key that is going to help build this situation at this moment. Otherwise, nothing is going to be easy for Bank of Baroda. 134 for 2. you're not even looking at the run rate anymore, because the current run rate is already crossed. Oh, it's 12 at the moment, and the required run rate is 3.51. So probably it's 3 to 4 times more than what is required at this moment. And thanks to that power hitting that both these batsmen believes in, and that is the also the shift of the thought process in many of the cricketers today, because they end up playing a lot of T20 cricket. And in that T20 cricket, if you want to be very effective and you want to be very appealing, then you need to score quickly. You need to score your 50s, your 100s in a fast pace. Because in a T20 cricket, you have only 120 deliveries, 90 minutes. And that 90 minutes is similar to a football match also. There is only that half time after 45 minutes. Full toss ball, not a great delivery, and it is easy, boundary. Nothing much to do for Rahul Tewatia. Another gift in his hands by Irfan Umair. And look at that. He had nothing to do over there. Just guide the ball in the gap. And it kept also, at a height where the bat swing can easily come into play. Nothing. Oh, look at that. But straight in the hands. Wicket falls down here. Irfan Umair strikes and picks up a wicket here. Another one that was bowled right in front of his bat, and he went for that swing and found the man instead at the deep square leg region. Easy catch there. So just before that match, we thought that it will not take too much time to end. Suddenly it's taking time. With 2 quick wickets in the previous over, we saw Anuj Rawat returning back to the dugout. The first one to go was, of course, Gaurav Jathar. And after that, now it is Rahul Tewatia. The captain is back in the dugout. And nothing wrong with the shot. It's just that the execution did not fall in place, because that is what you are going to do right now. There is no reason for you to just stand there, play singles, doubles. If you can finish it early, might as well do that. And that is what the message, even for the boys who will come in now to bat, it will be the same. That there is no point hanging in there. Lalit Yadav with 22 number jersey has come out here. And even Lalit Yadav is a wonderful timer of the ball, and he is a perfect middle order batsman and an all-rounder, of course, because we've seen him bowling in the first innings as well. So I think you still will be thinking the same thing, that I just have to go there and finish off things early. Does the right thing, gives the strike to Mahipal Lomro. "26 runs only required, and Mahipal Lomro is on strike. How early he wants to finish it, something that the time will tell us, but it's important where he finishes this quickly, because then again you also get the advantage of building your run rate, the net run rate in which you are going to score these remaining 26 runs. You never know when it will come to your help, or just be there with the points. 12 overs gone, and it's 140 for 3. And it comes in no surprise where Vaibhav Mali comes back to the attack because he's just got the wicket of Anuj Rawat. And spin bowling can slow down things a bit even if wicket from here goes down. And it is Mahipal Lomro, so it's a big wicket that Vaibhav Mali would be liking to attack and try to get a wicket here. Mahipal Lomro comes ahead couple of steps to that crease and another single here. Just for the moment when Mahipal and Anuj Rawat were batting, things were looking so fast, so quick. But then suddenly after that wicket of Anuj Rawat, even that one of the boundary that came on the full toss ball was nicely hit by Rahul Tewatia. And then again now when you have Lalit Yadav coming in, probably that momentum has little slowed down, but I don't think so it's going to be concerning anymore for Income Tax. This time goes for a sweep shot, it's in the air. Will that be caught? Yet another wicket going down. What is Income Tax doing? What are the batters even doing at this moment? 3 quick wicket and second one for Vaibhav Mali. He must be enjoying this moment. He went for that sweep shot, was in the air and a very good catch in the end. 3 quick wickets here. In total they have lost 4 wickets, but 3 quick wickets in just the 2 overs that we have seen. Vaibhav Mali's wicket of Anuj Rawat, then Irfan's wicket of Rahul Tewatia. And now again Vaibhav Mali strikes with Lalit Yadav going back to the dugout. Venkatesh Iyer walks in. Again very sensible, very factual and a very much situational Venkatesh Iyer, the man reliable for Income Tax, has come down to play here. .141 for 4, and now it's Venkatesh Iyer onto the leg side. Is that going to be a legit ball or what is the signal from the umpire? Nothing. Some bat on it. Mahipal Lomro. Again, it's very difficult for him to be, silent for a longer period of time. Every ball, he's just trying to take those couple of steps outside the crease and then try to hit a ball. But for sure, these 22 runs are going to cost some more time. Vaibhav Mali, it's his 3rd over, so he's got 1 more over after this, but he's struck 2 wickets. And every ball he's looking for an opportunity here. That's clever cricket. That's clever cricket from Venkatesh Iyer. Couple of runs he will for sure get. And that's also going to be the end of 13 overs. With the end of 13 overs, it's going to be 145 for 4. Mairaj Khan has come out to the attack. 13 overs gone, 145 for 4. It's still more 20 runs to follow. Mairaj Khan was very expensive but the captain is still trusting him with the ball and asking him to do the job for the team the way the previous over happened, Vaibhav Mali's, where he's got a wicket, but this time almost touching the boundary rope again. Vaibhav Mali will come to the rescue and couple of runs there for Mahipal Lomro. 13 overs and everything that we have seen, especially the power play, the way Mahipal and Anuj Rawat has dominated the innings in the power play, that has given and laid a good foundation. But even after that power play, I think it was a power play in the minds of both of these batsmen, because they were not ready to stop. Any bowler who would come, he would just take on that bowler and get boundaries and sixes at very much at ease. That's the reason you see the run rate, the current run rate drastically coming down. The required run rate drastically coming down, because the current run rate had done so much job easy for the rest of the batters to come in. It was just the moment that you just come and finish this off, because again it's the strong partnership that spoke volumes for this innings. But then again, 3 quick wicket in quick successions, and it really sometimes happens, I mean, because every batsman came with an intent to just go there, blast out and finish this off quickly. Bank of Baroda had a tough day. Dead ball was called by the umpire. Mehraj Khan again sharing some smiles with the teammates and the batters. Again, wider of that off stump, easy one to just place it towards the extra covers region for a single again. So at this moment with that single, 150 is up for the loss of 4 wickets, but only 15 runs needed. Venkatesh Iyer there, straight to the fielder, dot ball, or just that it, and that's also going to be the end of 14th over with 150 for 4. Vaibhav Mali has been given one more over, and that would be the last over of his spell. Lovely figures for 2 for 17. Mahipal Lomro on the very first ball dances down the crease again for only a single. He is just curious to just finish this up. I don't think so that he wants to spend more time on the crease now. Every ball you've seen, he's just dancing a couple of steps ahead, every time shuffling, every time trying to just be on the attack mode. That is a very good late cut, but we'll only get a single here. Venkatesh Iyer that way is very clever cricketer. He is short selection also, very clever. I mean, he is the one, you know, he can just strike the ball hard in the air and get a sixer. But then again, you have to also read the ball properly, play the merits of the ball, and that is where Venkatesh Iyer is very clever. Mahipal Lomro once again back on strike. Straight down the ground. Straight to the fielder. 12 runs needed in 32. And this would be now the last ball. Quick over from Vaibhav Mali. 3 runs only till now, but the last ball is still remaining. And in that last ball, whether he'll get one more wicket or not. That again will go to the short third region, and that should be the end of the over. It's not. Oh, it's no ball given by the umpire, probably for overstepping. It's the overstepping that has created a problem here, and a free hit gifted to Venkatesh Iyer. Will this free hit be... oh, it's for Mahipal Lomro. Now we can expect some action here. Full toss ball and no ball. With that free hit on the very next ball, the free hit has been utilized to the maximum here. 161 for 4, and before we say end of the over, let's look at that wonderful shot. Superb, superb, superb. Mahipal Lomro. End of 15 overs, 161 for 4. Maharaj Khan comes down, 4 runs needed only. Venkatesh Iyer on strike, not much remaining in this match for Bank of Baroda. And Venkatesh Iyer will finish that in style with a boundary. What a win for income tax. And the umpire just confirming. But what a great batting from Mahipal Lomro, the one man who stands tall here today, in a good partnership with Anuj Rawat, finishes things off for income tax in style, and that last boundary was just a perfect finish for the wonderful innings that both of these batsmen have played, Anuj Rawat and Mahipal Lomro. What a wonderful batting. 3 quick wickets that we've seen in that small 3 to 4 over gap. But after Gaurav Jatar, the first wicket that went, it was Anuj Rawat and Mahipal Lomro who stood strong in all this. And income tax won by 6 wickets. Quickly. Batting card, Anuj Rawat 59, Mahipal Lomro 78. That's the talk of the day today for income tax. And if you have to see the bowling figures, it all went in bad figures at the moment. 2 wickets for Vaibhav Mali, and then other bowlers pitching in with 1 wicket, Irfan and Saksham Jha. But that wasn't enough, was it? And this will also help the run rate, because all 20 overs are not done. Only in 15.1 overs. They have finished this. That means you still kept 4.5 overs to your balance, and that will help the net run rate also on the points table for income tax. Right now, they are on 4 points, and the handshake with the post-match presentation coming up. We will take you there live with Jannat, who is ready for the post-match presentation. And you stay tuned in. So after this, we are going to have the post-match presentation. You all be tuned onto it. Meanwhile, this is me, Dipesh Sule, the commentator, signing off.
Hello. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Welcome to the player of the match presentation for match number 9, Income Tax versus Bank of Baroda. May I please request Honorable Mr. Kursi Pawri, sir, Manager of Bank of Baroda, to present this award. And the man of the match is Mahipal Lomror from Income Tax for his splendid innings of 78 runs of just 39 balls. The player of the match receives a pair of 10XU shoes and a medallion. Thank you, sir. Mahipal? So firstly, congratulations, Mahipal. बेहतरीन पारी खेली आज आपने 200 की स्ट्राइक रेट भी क्रॉस कर दी 213 थे आप एक पॉइंट पे एंड कैसा लग रहा है
अच्छा लग रहा है ऑब्वियसली मैन ऑफ द मैच आप टीम के लिए जब भी कंट्रीब्यूट करते हो तो ऑब्वियसली अच्छी फीलिंग है तो या फीलिंग गुड
ग्रेट आपकी टीम में अनुज रावत ने भी आज काफ़ी साथ दिया इस पार्टनरशिप में क्या बातें चल रही थी बिटवीन द विकेट्स एंड क्या डिस्कशन था जब स्ट्राइक रेट इतना ऊपर चला गया क्या व्हाट वाज द डिस्कशन
आई थिंक पावर प्ले कैश करने का सोच रहे थे हम दोनों क्योंकि बाद में थोड़ा विकेट स्लो हो जाता है जब स्पिनर्स आते हैं तो मारना मुश्किल हो जाता है तो वही बात कर रहे थे कि जितना पावर प्ले में ज़्यादा स्कोर कर सकते हैं तो कंफर्टेबल रहेगा हमारे लिए चेज में
बिल्कुल एंड ये जो स्टेडियम है हमारा DY पाटिल स्टेडियम एंड DY पाटिल T20 लीग जो है इसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहेंगे क्या खासियत है इस टूर्नामेंट की जो इतने सारे यंगस्टर्स इस प्लेटफॉर्म को चुनते हैं और यहाँ अपना बेस्ट प्रदर्शन करते हैं
आई थिंक ये बेस्ट टूर्नामेंट है इंडिया का अगर प्राइवेट टूर्नामेंट्स की बात की जाए और IPL से पहले होता है तो बहुत अच्छा एक्सपोजर है सबके लिए बहुत अच्छी प्रैक्टिस मिल जाती है और बहुत अच्छी टीम्स यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेट करती है तो आई थिंक इसीलिए ये इतना बड़ा नाम है और जो फैसिलिटीज़ है जो ऑब्वियसली स्टेडियम तो वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्टेडियम्स है इंडिया में तो इसीलिए सब लोग पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं और अच्छे क्रिकेट देखने को और खेलने को मिलती है
थैंक यू महिपाल ऑल द बेस्ट So that was Mahipal Lomror from Income Tax. That's it from the player of the match ceremony. But we'll be returning shortly for match number 11 between Reliance and BPCL. So stay tuned. Thank you.